So we're in the Karavalli kitchen. This is where all the magic happens. And I'm sure this is also where many of the secrets that go into the fantastic recipes that make for Karavalli's most sought after dishes reside. And I'm here with Chef Naren Thimmaiah for him to tell us a little more about the secrets that go into making the dishes here as popular as they are.
What has worked for us over the last 25 years, and I'm sure it is going to work for us as long as we are around, are three things. One, definitely these recipes of mothers and grandmothers which we follow to the T even today without going back on that. That is one.
Okay.
Second, the ingredients. Even now we get about 80 to 85% of the ingredients from the region so that we maintain the authenticity. And finally, definitely my team.
I've heard so many stories about Karavalli in terms of when you talk about ingredients, the meticulous attention to detail that is applied in terms of the ingredients. So tell us a bit about that.
For example, the Kundapur coconuts, which is thick and fleshy, is being used for the curries here. The kane which we procure, it has to be only the medium size, 10 numbers per kg, come what may, so that it has the right marination to get in and nicely it gets fried. The other ingredients, talking about the vinegar now.
Okay.
We use at least about 6 to 7 varieties of souring agents within the small menu of about 85 dishes.
I've heard stories that the crab that comes into Karavalli has to walk in literally
Exactly.
alive.
Crab always comes from Kannur, and we receive only live crabs because it's a very tender meat, very fleshy and delicious, but the moment it is dead, you never know how safe it is. So we always ensure, like you literally said, crabs have to walk into the kitchen.
All right.
Then talking about the Kundapur coconuts, it's thick and fleshy, and especially you see this difference. We use the stone grinders, and it takes about 2.5 hours to 3 hours to get your fine paste. The difference you see in the winters, when you, if at all you try to use the mechanized grinders, it grinds it faster within about 30 to 45 minutes, but the friction of the mortar makes the masala boil when it is grinding. So that gives us a rancid taste. That's why we always use the stone grinder. The cooking is done just the way it is done back home.
Okay.
Even it can be the urlis or kadais which you use, or the steamers, the good old way back home.
Okay.
And even like you see the neer dosa being done on the neer dosa tawa day.
Okay. Right. So 85 dishes. Has it grown over the years?
We have kept the number at around 80-85 because that's quite manageable.
Okay.
But what I'd like to say is at least about 60% of these dishes have remained from the day one.
All right.
They're so popular, they've remained. And the rest, now we bring in newer dishes from the communities so that the interest factor remains.
All right.
And also earlier there used to be issue of good vegetables through the coast but not available through the year.
Okay.
To address that, now what we have got a seasonal sauce section.
Okay.
We get about 6 to 7 types of dishes every 3 to 4 months depending on the availability in the region.
Okay.
So that keeps the interest factor alive, and it is also that guests don't miss out on those good vegetables from the region.
So Naren, when you talk about 85 dishes, how do you ensure consistency of these dishes? Because many people come to Karavalli back, for their favorite dishes, whether it's the Alapi fish curry, whether it's the tiger prawn Malabar style, or something else. How do you ensure consistency of these dishes? That too over a period of 25 years.
Like I was telling you about going by those mother's recipes, and the next 50% of my job even now is procuring the right ingredients. That's where half the battle is won.
Okay.
And the rest 50% is my team.
All right.
From the day one, we have an equal distribution of people from Kerala, Mangalore and Goa who are masters in their trade.
All right.
And we have within us have internal standards. For example, the chicken stew will have to be like Balan makes every day.
Okay.
Or the ghee roast chicken will have to be only like what Ganesh makes.
Okay.
Or the bibinka like the Jerome makes.
Okay.
And the best of the crab milugu fry, only the way Vasan makes it here.
All right.
So even others within the team, their standard is to emulate and get it just the way the others do it
All
here.
right. So you have a few custodians of signature dishes, and it's their responsibility to ensure that those recipes get passed on.